This is 75-year-old woman Anita Grayson walking into a Tim Hortons store. What happens next will result in her death.
This has turned the internet all around because people now are so furious about this, and people went to this store and shut down this store immediately.
She heads over to this counter without really stopping to order, so we can assume she's already placed an order and is here to pick it up. We can speculate that her order wasn't ready, and perhaps that's why she gets so mad to begin with. The tape provided by police zooms in and we no longer have a time code, so from here when she starts arguing, we don't know how much time has passed. Regardless, Anita is now pissed. There's no sound, but we can clearly see this person stepping in to tell Anita she needs to leave. And the hand gesture you just saw seems to indicate the employee is telling Anita she needs to bring it down.
And she didn't bring it down, she took it up instead, like violating rules here, regulations and everything here. But everything ended up in a massacre that people are talking about it in a negative way, and now things are getting out of hand. Like, what's this?
The employee wants peace here. Now here's where we try to figure out who touched who first, because that's important. They're all too close to each other, but this move by Anita right here seems to be the first anyone has touched anyone else. And what does that do? It opens the door for touching in defense, which the employee does here. Anita then escalates again by pushing this employee, who obviously doesn't take well to that. The employee still doesn't touch Anita, but gets in her face. Anita responds by punching the employee. Now, can we guess what kind of reaction that might elicit? That's right, now the employee has been fully thrust into it and fights back.
Watch the video of the lady in the Tim Hortons, the older lady in the Tim Hortons. As I'm sure everybody else has seen, I watched it slow down and I watched it like in regular speed. I'm trying to see where people are coming from, but I do think that that lady was dead ass wrong. No pun intended. I really do think she was wrong, and I really feel like had that lady not got taken out, people would be saying that, but I think because she lost her life, that's where people are trying to fault the workers. People are saying, oh, well, she was not going to go across that barrier. You don't know that. We don't know that. I didn't think she was going to punch the teenager in the face, but she did that. And I do think it's reasonable to assume if you punch a teenager or anybody in the face that they're going to use some sort of, they're going to defend themselves.
Exactly. When you punch a teenager on the face, she's going to defend themselves, because they are here not to just stand and look at you misbehave in public like this. Like, watch this.
You know what's fascinating about this Anita Grayson situation is that everybody is so divided even after watching the same video and getting caught up on who hit who first. But the bottom line is that she's dead. She's not here anymore. And there are millions of people either dead or in prison because they could not keep their cool. And as an older woman myself, one thing that I've developed over my 61 years on earth is situational awareness. And regardless of the age, we all have to be aware of the world that we live in right now. You just can't be running up on people. Even on the road, you know, all this road rage, people are willing to die over foolishness. But I think a lot of people can learn from this situation, especially if you're a little on the hot-headed side. There's a lot of people running around with not shit to lose, and you might have a lot that you want to live for. So both the workers and Anita Grayson handled that situation terribly.
This was not just an advice, but this was kind of a profound difference, okay? She kind of spoke her mind here, making people understand like this. Because you can't just be doing things anyhow, doing people anyhow, and feel like you have everything, okay? Because one person is going to bring you down in a way you never thought possible. And now people are really supposed to be aware of situations, like situational awareness, where they are, where they find themselves, and what they could do and what they can't do, okay? Like, watch this.
A lot of y'all not gonna like this. You're not gonna like it. You're not gonna like it, man. But Anita Grayson was wrong for going into that Tim Hortons acting a fool like that, bro. Like, I'm sorry that she lost her life, but y'all gotta start learning accountability, man. And everything is not a racist situation.